Hey, welcome back to Paranormal Musings podcast. This is a kind of a special one. We still have a guest. We got Rich back, um, but it's not going to be just about, hey, what do you guys do? This is going to be us discussing some paranormal stuff. Today, we're going to discuss Black-Eyed Children. I'd also like to go through some stuff about, just some craziness in the paranormal world. All that famous stuff we've been hearing about. Aaron, I'll just say that. That's wild. A lot of you probably know I'm not a big fan of them, but I am Team Aaron right now because that is wild, man. No one should go through that. Um, and anything else we want to talk about? This is just shooting the shit. So I'm not calling the episode that, but that's what we're pretty much doing, shooting the shit. It's just three paranormal guys shooting the shit. And I'd like to have this as not a side project, but something we do every once in a while, especially in the Treasure Coast area of Florida. I'd like to have some other folks come on. A couple people couldn't be on because of investigations, which is awesome. It sucks they can't be on, but they're doing investigations. So that's going to be some good material for later when they are able to come on. And just starting this thing where, hey, we're in the Treasure Coast part of Florida, and let's all talk and let's all collaborate. Everybody be friendly with each other. Which I'm not saying us three here have never been friendly with each other. We have been, but we start getting it out there and get this side of the Florida map on the map, and we all work with each other, and it's called community, and we hear that a lot. And I actually believe in community, so let's actually do community. So that's what we're doing tonight. So we'll start off with the Black-Eyed Children or Black-Eyed Kids. I've seen both. Um, I'm just going to talk just briefly, and then Cordell and Rich, I'm going to swing it to you guys and just hear what you've heard, what you believe, and all that about Black-Eyed Children. I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's creepy as hell, even if it's not true. Just the stories and what people say about them. If it happened, um,
Oh no.
that would be some creepy shit.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say that'd be some creepy shit, and I'm not gonna deal with it, man. I live in Florida, so you're probably gonna get something coming through that door. I'm not gonna say what that is, but I think we all know what that's gonna be, and it's probably gonna be about 12 of them. Little heat seekers coming. I'm just saying, and that's just from one of my friends I'm going to pick up. So, but Black-Eyed Children, man, it's an American contemporary legend. Supposed to be paranormal creatures that resemble children and teenagers. That part I didn't know before I started looking it up. I knew about the children, little children, but they're saying teenagers too, which creeps me out even more. They have pale skin, black eyes, um, hitchhiking, begging, and the worst to me is coming up to your doorstep and you hear these knocks and you hear somebody outside going, "Let me in, help me, let me in." Um, I don't know if it's all true or not. I warned my wife like a couple years ago, like, "Hey, you hear some kids saying, 'Help me, open the door,' just call 911. Don't open the damn door." Hell no. Uh, because if it is teenagers, it might be something else. I'm not saying paranormal. I'm just saying you probably don't want to open the door anyway.
The end results are all the same.
Yes. So I'm just gonna start it off with that. I got some other stuff I like to talk about, but so I don't run my mouth the entire time. Uh, what do you guys think about this black-eyed children, black-eyed kids thing?
So, from what I've read, it kind of follows along the same guidelines as vampires. You can't come in unless you're invited, and that's just the creepy part.
I never
Along
thought of
with,
that.
yeah, I know that's the crazy part. It's like you can put two and two together, but all together, it's like if you're sitting in your car in a parking lot, wherever, and you hear knocking on your door, and you turn, and it's a child with pale ass skin, big black fucking eyes. I'm sorry, bro. No, I am out of there.
Yeah, me too,
I'm gonna
buddy.
commit a couple felonies leaving that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it weird. I'm gonna make it weird for them. I'm like, it's back on you. So what are we doing now? And be scared out of my damn mind. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say how I'm gonna make it weird, but I'm gonna make it weird.
Just don't end up on a list.
Yeah. No, I think if they are, if they do exist, fortunately for me, I've never seen one. But I would think it's more on the demon side of things, because demons are related to the black eyes and that sort of thing, and the devil's child, quote unquote. So to speak. So if I again, if I did see one, yes, I would be out of there. I'd be running. Even though we chase these type of things,
Yeah.
to find out what it is, I'm running from that one, buddy.
Oh, you betcha.
Yeah, something doesn't seem right about them.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. But something seems wrong about them.
let alone somebody hitchhiking, a kid hitchhiking. Anyways, is
Right?
creepy enough, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're trying to report soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not getting in the car. Not getting in the car. I'm sorry for your I'll yell out the window, "Thank you for your service," and then I'm calling 911.
Oh, come on, man. Let them in. They're cold. They just want to eat your soul. That's all they want.
That's all. That's all. They just want to, No, I ain't dealing with them. I never even thought of it like people. What are you actually afraid of? I'm like sharks and centipedes. Sharks and centipedes. That's it in the entire world.
Yeah.
Well,
Blackeyed Children. I should put on that list.
Yeah.
The thing about Black-Eyed Children is what I was just thinking about. It goes hand in hand with the uncanny valley effect, and I'm like, that makes so much sense, but I hate it at the same time because, dude, I don't hate children, but that shit freaks me right the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's like,
And yeah, I think the children thing too. The children thing is also a part of it. It's like it's weird to us.
Children are innocent. You wouldn't expect that kind of shit from a child. So
Yeah,
it plays on you as a person. Like
yeah.
it's 3 in the morning. It's raining. They're knocking on your door. You think it's a lost child, and honestly, people feed into that because it's a child. At the same time, but the black eyes is just what freaks them out.
Yeah.
And if you open that door, you don't know what you're inviting in. Are you gonna get your soul eaten? Are you gonna? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
See, me, I'm like, you knocking on the door like that. There's a rainstorm or whatever. I got a kid knocking on the door. Help me, help me. I'll be like, all right, hold on, little buddy. And if they get hit by a lightning bolt or something, I'll be like, die with discipline. Be in a position of attention. I don't care. You're not coming in, bro. Not coming in. No.
You said if it's raining, you just throw a rain jacket out the door. Here you go, dude.
Yeah, I'll throw him a sandwich. I'll throw him a sandwich.
Yeah. Here you go, buddy. Here's a rain jacket and a sandwich.
Well, no, because even then, when you open that door, you're still inviting them in. Again,
that's true.
Vampires, same thing.
That's true. How about if I open up the back door, run around, hit him in the forehead with a sandwich, so it makes him do this, and then run back around and get in the house? What do you think? The
sandwich
would that work?
With some holy water.
That's the whole thing. Is like you don't know.
They ain't getting no sandwich.
You don't know if they're a solid mass or a spirit, because like from
yeah. They disappear. Yes, that's right. That's right. They disappear. And now they're in your goddamn house. That's right. No sandwich.
No sandwich. Nothing.
Forget the fucking sandwich. Just
no sandwich.
First off, this is wasting a perfectly good sandwich. I'm gonna have to work with you about that later.
Hey,
But like,
PB&J is awesome.
Yeah.
not got a peanut allergy.
Oh, tuna, chicken, salad.
Gross.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I got a feeling that
Give them a PB&J, and hopefully they have a peanut allergy.
I don't know what I don't know what demons eat other than souls.
Yeah, souls. I swallow your soul. I swallow your soul.
But it's like, the fact that they take form in children and teenagers, they're playing on they play on your emotions, and that's where it gets into the demonic side of shit. It's like only demons would play with you like that, or something, not demons, but something malevolent. So I'm not going to sit here call it demons, because not everything is a fucking demon. But like, the fact that it will play on you is just terrible.
Yeah.
Especially as someone who has children, like that'll fuck with your head. Like, I can't let them out there. I feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do?
Yeah. A kid is being hurt, or a kid is struggling. Like, I'm gonna be serious now. A kid's struggling or whatever. First thing on your mind is help.
Yeah.
And I'm in the medical field, so it's just like help. But the back of my head, you knock on my door late at night, you don't need help.
Yeah. Better be a good
I got a different kind of help for you. That's what I'm thinking about first. Until I can figure it out. And I will dial 911 for you. If there's a lady screaming, doesn't sound like Blackeyed Children to me. Sounds like she probably needs help. Which sometimes, you know what? Probably not. You're probably getting robbed. You never know. And that's the calamity of it. You want to help, but you also don't want to die.
That's where your fight or flight comes in real hard.
Yeah. And fight's on my mind constantly. I ain't flying. I ain't flighting. I got some stuff that's flying through the air, but I ain't flying.
Oh man. They're telling you just wasted 12 certain things, and now you got to go pay $60 for more.
Yeah.
And now you got a hole in your door. What are you doing?
Yeah, you got a hole in the door.
Terrible.
Well, anybody that knocks on your door at 3 a.m, it's usually not a good sign, anyway. So.
It's nothing good. It's nothing good.
No.
Thank God my dog barks loud, and people think he's fucking evil. But I mean,
I've had that happen before. It's
the bark is loud. I'll say that the bark is loud. But
maybe the Blackeyed Children would have better business if they were knocking on doors at 8 a.m. Who knows?
Those are called Jehovah's Witnesses. No, I don't open the door. I peek out the window and I go, "Not today, Satan." I guess I shouldn't say Satan or Jehovah's Witnesses, but I'm like, nah, man. I was like laying on the couch watching something, scratching my butt. No, we're not doing this.
Oh God.
And you don't want me to open that door because I'm pissed. I'm going to be the Blackeyed Children now.
That's a quick life hack. If you answer the door naked, they won't come back. I promise you.
Oh, God.
You know what? I respect that, and I agree with it, but I don't. I know. I go to jail, bro.
Is it jail if it's your house?
But I respect where you're coming from, because yes, they would never come back.
Yeah, no, definitely not coming back.
Well,
I wonder what would happen if you tried that. If the Blackeyed Children were at your door, you just answer it naked. Do they run?
You're gonna end up on a fucking list, buddy.
So do you get in trouble?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that's probably wrong.
Yeah. Still children. Still children.
Yeah, still children. Yes. Jesus.
I don't know, man.
Oh my God, we're going to hell.
Yeah, bad timing.
No, that's okay. Who all the cool people are.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we're done.
Sorry, my bad.
No, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm waiting for the hate.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
No,
that's
seriously
awesome.
though, if a black-eyed child were to be knocking on my door and I saw black eyes on this child, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like,
Not a kid. Not a kid.
that's not a kid.
N-
That is
What
definitely
you
not.
Not
got
a
it?
kid.
That
I
is
don't care if it's
somebody.
Halloween. If it's Halloween, you
Yeah,
ain't getting no candy.
that
Goddamn it.
is
No.
somebody preying on
Those boys, those
preying on.
boys with a little, like a speakeasy.
Yeah,
What do you want?
yeah,
See,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
Yeah.
rebuke you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
yeah, through the little door. Yeah,
Pew
Yeah,
pew.
little squirt gun filled with holy water. That'll
Yeah.
banish you.
yeah. Put some holy water out the slot of the door there. You
Throw some salt.
know?
I will salt you like slug.
Oh man.
All three of us got to have knocks on the door tonight.
Oh god. Oh, no,
I ain't moving. I'm telling you right now, I'm not moving.
yeah, me
That's
neither.
not you. I'm not getting out.
I'm not moving. I pray for whoever's outside the door if something's really going on, but I ain't moving.
Me neither, buddy.
Like, we have tested the waters. That's awesome.
I probably wouldn't even hear it anyways. I sleep heavy, so you know, so I ain't hearing nobody.
I sleep light. Any little noise, I'm like out of bed, ready to fight. And
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I have a knife like close to me everywhere. So
Yeah.
I'm a paranoid son of a bitch.
Apparently, everybody, I sleep heavy and I grab people. So that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dangerous when like somebody tries to wake that person up. Prepared to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cordell, you son of a bitch. That you just killed me.
Fuck.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just saw that. Son of a bitch. We're in trouble. Hey, I always put this. I always put it. It's not for kids.
Yes, definitely.
No black-eyed children allowed.
No. So if you're watching out there, any black-eyed children,
Yeah, you should not be watching. You need to talk to your black-eyed parents.
yeah, exactly.
Oh God!
You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Now listen here, young man. I did not say you can go out and knock on people's doors.
You're grounded.
Oh my god.
You only get 10 souls this week. That's it.
Only 10. Your 20's off.
That's it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Oh my god, dude, you killed me. When you did that, I could. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I well know what I'm talking about too.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
And that
got me.
That's
That
why
was a good
I
one.
now have to get my own hotel room.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. That broke me.
Man,
Holy shit. All right.
All right. For nothing.
I'm going to bring it back. We're going to get into a little bit of history. A little bit of history about these little demon people. So the tabloids said they actually have existed since the 80s, which before seeing that, I was like, oh, they've probably been around for a while. I guess the 80s is a while, but I thought, earlier than that. But most sources said the legend originated in 96. There was postings written by Texas reporter Brian Bethel. Some ghost mailing list. Said that he had 2 alleged encounters with these things. In Abilene, Texas in 96, and then in Portland, Oregon. A second person said I guess that was the second person that ever said anything. I don't know. But in Portland, Oregon, another person said they saw it. And what I didn't know until doing a little research on the Google machine, Bethel Stories, creepypasta. I guess like there's folks on creepypasta that use some of those stories to make whatever they make.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, and that was pretty cool. Um, 2012, he was on Monsters and Mysteries in America talking about it. I did not know in 2012 a horror film came out called Black-Eyed Kids. Kickstarter started it. I'm going to check it out. I'm probably going to be very, very disappointed as a horror nut, but I'm going to check it out. Whatever. Maybe it'll be good and I'll be excited. Probably not. But MSN, I don't even know what MSN is, but I guess it's a some kind of show. 2013, Weekly Strange, that had reports. It featured reports of black-eyed children. Daily Star in 2014, another tabloid, had front page stories about sightings of black-eyed children connected to the sale of a supposedly haunted pub in Staffordshire. So, who knows? It's out there. To me, it's creepy as hell. And I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, like, I think anybody who heard and sees what's going on outside your door or window of your house, your car, whatever, it would creep you the hell out. And
especially now with the rise of like Ring cameras and shit. And
yeah. It creeps me out. And I know we talked about it. We wanted to talk about in the back of my head. I had black-eyed children since we started the podcast. I definitely wanted to discuss it a little bit. It creeps me out.
Out of all the urban legends that can be told from the world, I think black-eyed children are some of the most unnerving. It's just something about the face. It's just like it eats at you. Like, what are you?
Yeah, what are you? What the hell are you? Yeah. You don't know what's about to happen.
But like,
I saw stuff. I know we've probably all seen it. What is it? Paranormal evidence caught on camera or whatever. Paranormal caught on camera. So there's been a few episodes where they've had, and to be honest with the anybody who's going to see this, a lot of stuff on there. But it's not the show's issue. It's what people are putting out.
Yeah, it's what people.
But every little scene I've seen, from, like you have something like that, it doesn't matter. It's creepy as hell.
Yeah, so
it's creepy as hell.
Like I was saying earlier with the uncanny valley effect, it's like we look at it, but we're scared of it, but we don't know why. So that tells us that, maybe somewhere within the timeline of humanity, something that we've seen just scared us so deeply that it became an effect in us.
That's funny because I was thinking about caveman days. If they, you know,
exactly.
You were scared of the dark because there was animals out there that could kill you. And, you get fire and that helps. Yeah. And then you run into a cave and there's a goddamn cave bear in there. There's nothing you can do about it. But
we've always had the fear of certain things, but we don't know why.
We don't know why. Yeah.
That's the best part about the uncanny valley. Like Kara shared this with me car ride home one morning about this, and then you look further into it and it's a rabbit hole, dude. You got to look into it.
Yeah.
It eats you. Why are we scared? What hurt us so deeply in the cortex that we look at something and we just naturally feel fear?
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah, right. It's like that's the best.
Anything else? Anything else on these black-eyed children / kids?
Yeah,
they're creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's creepy sauce. Creepy sauce. Don't want an extra helping.
If you guys are watching this and you have evidence, you know where to find T Paranormal or me. You send that to Paranormal Musings Facebook. We want to see it. If you see it, we want to see it.
Yes. Okay. Anybody who sees this, send us pictures, videos of anything you got and we'll repost it on every page that we're friends with or we follow.
Rich will
And
too.
Rich,
Part of it.
you want to get in on it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So send it to Rich at CFL Paranormal, and hey, get it out to us because I want to see some spooky videos. Like I said, I think I said it earlier. A lot of it may be fake, but it's still creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Send those in. Send pictures. The Blackeyed Children really getting to me, and I want to see more.
You've had encounters. We want to know. Tell us. Send us a DM. You know where to find us. Socials.
Yep. Yeah. That's yeah. I want to talk about it. Yeah. It's creepy, man. I don't think there's anything that paranormal that creeps me out more.
What if I wonder if the Black Eyed Children can send us a DM themselves now with the on their social media?
Hell yeah! I'll follow that page. I'll follow that page.
I need you to meet me at these exact coordinates. Okay, I have something to show you. Nope, I ain't falling for your trap.
I will follow that page.
That's spam. Get that out of here.
I'll follow that page.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the conversations I'm going to have with whoever that is in whatever country.
Yeah, exactly.
It probably shouldn't do that, but it's very tempting to be like, I want to have this conversation. But I'm probably going to lose all my money in my bank account. So we probably shouldn't do this. I'll ask the wife, I'll be like, wife, should I let the boy watch? Should I do this?
Oh, boy.
My
wife. All right. We'll continue on. Another thing I want to talk about was crazy stuff out here. We've heard about in the last 2 years about paranormal stuff. It's been raked through the coals on everything. You got the thing that happened with Aaron. Certain individual wanted to off him. And then, we all know about the Conjuring House. Haven't really heard too much about that in a long time, so who knows what's going on with that. Hopefully they're getting help. What's that?
The Velisca Axe Murder House.
Oh, yes. The Velisca. Alleged jacking up prices. A lot. Yeah.
I have no clue. I've read into it, but it's always something with something. But like I get it for some kind of reason. It's like that is an old building, and it does require maintenance. So I kind of get it. But with the Conjuring House, I don't get it. Like
with the Velisca, it's like they've maintained it for this long.
Yeah.
With the prices.
Yeah.
Why are you allegedly doing all this? Because it's been maintained. It's been maintained. And people have been able to go see it. People have afforded it. To me, this is a cash grab. An attempted cash grab, allegedly.
And
it doesn't work because I think there's more of us that are serious about this than a lot of stuff the groups on, and I'm not putting all groups in there because there are some groups on YouTube that are amazing. They do it for the right reasons. We know there's a certain few who are cash, but I don't think they would agree with it either. I think we'd all be on the same page on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a cash grab, and you're doing it room by room. You have to pay individual rooms. That's what I've heard. What kind of craziness is that? And I don't think any of us, being it that we do it for entertainment or we do it for real, I think all of us would be on the same page on this. It's stupid. And this person is going to feel it eventually because, we look at what happened at the Conjuring House.
Yeah, but
it tainted that place, and I think there's still people dealing with. They booked it so far ahead, and they're not getting their money back, which is crazy. That individual has an issue that needs to be helped. I don't want to slam them too much
Yeah.
because they actually and they understand they have an issue. I think there's other people out there that try to exploit them and then stop because people came at them because of that. But they have an issue, so I'm going to give them some grace. Not a
Yeah.
lot. Not a lot. But the Velisca, no grace given. None at all. You're an asshole.
And
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's the word of the day.
Gotta say allegedly.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, with the whole the Conjuring house, isn't there like a whole ass debate if it's haunted or not?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, some people say it's
I've
not.
heard
Some
I've
people
heard it's
say-
haunted, but the movie so when the
Yeah.
movie came out every so I have all three books. I have all three books
Okay.
that Andrea Perrin wrote. And she
Yeah.
was one of the girls that lived there.
Yeah.
The movie was sell tickets. It was a great friggin' movie.
Yeah.
The original Conjuring was a great movie. And do you know they thought about filming at the original house? And what I hear is James Wan was like, I'm not doing that. He's kind of nervous about it.
Crazy.
But the whole Bathsheba thing, where
Yeah.
they put in the movie. So
Yeah.
the family thought it was Bathsheba. This is from what I understand. Family thought it was Bathsheba. They walked back on that because I don't think they think it was actually her. But they had very good spirits there. A lot of good spirits there.
Yeah.
They, which other teams have picked up on the basement where the well is. There was a spirit that was mischievous. That's what I heard about it. But it always tries to get you to go to the woods. And
Yeah.
people are like, no. They're like, no, we're not doing that.
Um,
But there is a female spirit in there that's not very bad. So, the parent family were upset about a few things, which, if you read the books, you understand why.
yeah.
They did have some terrifying stuff in there. There's some parts of the books, dude, you're reading it, and it's like, okay, we'll put that down for a couple because
Yeah.
it is spooky what happens in that place. And if the movie had, I think the movie, if they had figured out how to do the books, it would be scarier.
Yeah. I mean,
I really do think
whole
that.
thing with the Conjuring investigation was the fact that a lot of people feel that when Ed and Lorraine Warren had gotten involved, they had actually made it worse per se.
Yes, the
And
dad punched Ed in the face
exactly, and that's what I'm. That's
and
what
told
I'm
him to get
saying.
out.
It's
Yeah,
like
told him to get out.
we nobody really knows except for the people who were there, and the whole thing with like the books written by the daughter, those are firsthand accounts. Whereas the
Mhm.
movie, they blow everything out of proportion to sell tickets and make money. But
So he did it. He did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like he talked to Lorraine and all that. He did it on purpose. He's admitted it, and that's why I'm not going to go at James Wan about it. He admitted everything. Like, dude, he's trying to make a movie that's going to put our asses in seats.
yeah,
And what does that do? What does that do? That makes us look it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
That makes us look it up. I'd
pretty-
already started looking it up before the movie
yeah.
came out because I heard about the movie,
It
and
just
I was like, "Oh,
it
what
sheds
is this?"
light
And I'm
on
like,
the location. That's the best part about movies. They shed light on certain locations that where
Yes.
terrible things have happened.
"Yes."
But it's like,
Well,
again,
and that's the thing. What terrible things happened there?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't actually
Like
know.
somebody tell me, besides that family, what actual terrible things happened there?
I don't.
They got
actually know.
scared. They got scared, but what terrible things happened? Ed and Lorraine showed up.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what you think about them, because a lot of people think they were fake. A lot of people think like they never charged anybody, but they had book rights, movie rights they would do. Um, so whatever you think about them, I think they're still important to this community because they shed light on a lot of places, but we don't know what their involvement was in their heads, what they actually thought. We just know what we see and hear. They're both gone.
Yeah,
Bless
yeah,
them. But yeah,
yeah. We don't really know what
they
their
weren't there.
agenda
Yeah,
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't there. They were not there long. The movies are about Ed and Lorraine.
yeah,
The movies are about Ed and Lorraine's stories. And that's what James Wan went off. He did not go off of what the family story was.
He went off of
So,
what Ed and Lorraine
and
had written down and had actually filmed while they were there.
yeah, they went off of what they said. They weren't there long. Like, I mean, look at the infill ghosts, the infill
Yeah.
haunting.
Yeah.
How long were they there? How long were they there? They made a
Uh,
whole movie about it. They weren't there long at all. At all. you know, I've read a lot of their books, and just reading their books, that they weren't there long. But you're making movies to get people thinking about this, and I don't fault the movie makers on this because, like you said, it gets us thinking about it. We go search for these things, and we find out the actual stories from the mouths of people who were there. I'm not saying they're all real or whatever. I'm just saying that it gets us thinking,
yeah.
and I like it. And it's freaking that first movie was good entertainment, man. That was a good one. The first one was a good one.
I thought
Yeah.
it was the best one, by the way.
From what I'm reading, it says that something about several children drowning in a nearby creek, one being murdered, and a few hung themselves in the attic. Then it talks about Bathsheba. I hope
So Bathsheba is what they're talking about in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the spirit I was talking about, where she was supposed to be the evil spirit. She killed her kids or whatever, or killed a kid. I guess the kid behind his skull had like somebody stuck a pin or a needle in it or something.
Yeah.
But you need to do more research on Bathsheba. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And then you'll understand where the family's coming from.
Yeah.
Because the family thought it was all her, but they've walked that back.
It says no trial for she never got a trial because it never went to trial. So that's weird.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Sounds like.
I think like she was basically acquitted of all that stuff, wasn't she? Because they didn't believe it was all fake. People were saying
sounds like another story of somebody who may have done some stuff with an axe, and then they lived till the end of their lives, her and her sister in another house. Yeah. We do that.
That you can't really explain for that case, the smell of rotting flesh, and the father always feeling a cold, stinking presence behind him.
And the spirit, why they know it's a woman or think it's a woman, like the father.
Yeah.
Actually, like the father until he says he messed up, which I believe his family is a little PO'd, just a little bit about it, but
yeah.
He was sitting, I want to say, at the table, one of the tables, and he felt the presence come, and he didn't talk nice to it. He was like, "Well, if you're gonna sit here, just sit here," something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then it just went away because his feelings were hurt. That's how I get it. But whatever spirit was there, they think is a female, and would interact with the father. It wanted the mother out. It wanted to be a mother of the children, and with the father. And wanted the mother out.
The Warrens had been there on multiple occasions.
Maybe 2 or 3 times, I don't know, but they weren't there a lot. They were not there. They showed up. I don't even think they were invited, actually.
But they
just showed up. Yeah, they just showed up, and there's a lot of story behind it. With us, we're paranormal investigators. We're going to look at this shit. You got people out there to see the movie and they're like, "Oh my god, this is what it is." It's not. They're making a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And they tell you that like James Wan has not been secretive about anything. He has told everybody that people just don't watch or listen. It's not the movie's the movie. It's not the same as there's little things in the movie, but a lot of, I would say 98% of it is not true.
Yeah. Did the books ever touch on the mother during a séance speaking in tongues?
So that's the third book. I'm rereading them in the middle of the second book now.
Yeah, because
It was a seance because some people are saying it was and I think the movie alludes to it a little bit, that it was like a exorcism or whatever.
yeah,
It was not. It just like another story in Long Island. From what I
yeah,
understand, it was not. There was never an exorcism. It was a seance.
séance.
But what puts asses in the seat? I will never put down a director for any of this because
It's
put butts
so
in the seat, make money, get people interested in the story.
yeah.
People go look it up. They go find the facts. And some of us
So
are like, these are the facts, and then you have the other ones who are like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch the movie, and that's for real.
even
Whatever,
even
whatever. The
speaking
story's still out there.
even speaking on the Amityville house, if we're able to talk about that, that case in itself was such a weird um, build up to what had actually happened. All the flies in the house, the pig's
Yeah.
feet outside, um, even that photograph that was taken by I think a cop during crime
The
scene
little boy.
with a little, yeah, and it's like
So people have tried to.
debunk it.
That one's a weird one because you got people who back then said it happened, but they recanted or whatever. And then you had one guy who I'm president or whatever of this paranormal society, but we find out he was not actually. Um,
Yeah,
he was a fraud in the field, but a lot of people listened to him. He tried to say it was one of the people that were in the house. I don't
yeah,
know what to think about that picture.
it was one
Was
of
it
the
there?
sons
Could
that
it
was
could it have been staged? Yes, it could have been staged. I personally don't think it was staged. I think they caught a picture and was like, "What the hell's this?" And they say everybody's in there say there was no child there. Um, we'll never know. We'll never know if it was for real or not.
no,
But they weren't there long either.
no, they
Um,
were in that house for
and
quite a long time.
I don't think they came in during those 28 days. I may be wrong on this. Um, I have to go back and look. I don't know if they went in the 28 days that supposedly happened, but I do. So my take on this whole thing with that place is you had a family that killed themselves, or the son killed everybody. Nobody heard gunshots. How the hell did you not hear gunshots and everybody's laying down? Could
Yeah,
he
that's
place them?
exactly it.
Could he
Yeah.
place them like that on their bellies? Absolutely. But why did anybody in the neighborhood not hear these gunshots?
Yeah.
Um,
With a
that's
case,
weird to me. And then you have so people are like, everybody that's lived in there since has never experienced anything.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
we there's a lot of things we always say, and I think as investigators in our community, we always forget and we fight about it.
Yeah,
But we say it a lot, or some people say it a lot. Places sometimes they're not haunted.
Yeah.
The individual is.
Yeah.
so
And
with
with the Lutzes, when they
yeah,
left, what did the Lutzes say when they left?
no fucking clue, dude.
They continued to have stuff happen.
Yeah, so
So so if they leave and it's happening with them, it's not in the house.
I feel like the son had probably done
No, no.
something.
Well, the son is from the original who killed the family. The Lutzes moved in,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were there for like
and
what,
then
28 days or something.
28 days. And when they left, they said they continued to have stuff going on. And then people who got the house afterwards, from then on, have never had any paranormal activity, they said. But the Lutzes, before they died and all that, they said they continue to have stuff go on. So that's part of that whole. Sometimes the place isn't haunted.
The
It's the
individual.
people. Yeah. So did they pick up something from when the guy killed his family, and then it followed them out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the place isn't haunted.
What
What
do we coin that term? We coin that term. What, an attachment? Is it?
Yeah.
Attachment.
Uh,
And now
yeah.
the place isn't haunted, and they even changed the mailing address to the place. They changed the windows on the place because the town is so tired, especially the people who live there are so tired of people just showing up. But nobody takes the time to look up that stuff. And if they left and it followed them, there's no hauntings there. The place is not haunted. If the story is correct, what they said, why is anybody bothering anybody there?
Yeah.
Because it's gone. It's been gone for years. And the people who have lived there since have said there is nothing here. But the Lutzes said they had stuff going on. I don't think it was like major stuff, but they had stuff going on when they left. So if I say I believe any of that, I think it went with them. I don't think it's there.
Yeah, after just 28 days, the Lutz family left the house claiming they were terrorized by the paranormal activity. That says they were aware of the history of the house and the DeFeo family murders.
Yeah, DeFeo. That's right. Ronnie DeFeo. He's the guy. He's the kid. Ronnie DeFeo. Yep.
Yeah,
And there's a story out from one of the other kids, the brother.
Yeah.
There's a documentary out that you should check it out.
Yeah. That guy died in prison in March 2021, apparently, huh?
You got what?
He died in Ryan DeFeo died in prison.
Yeah. Ronnie died, and then there's I don't know if it's Ronnie's brother or if it was one of the kids from the Lutzes tell their story. There's a documentary that came out, and I think that's an important documentary that people should watch.
What documentary is that?
I don't remember the name of it. I believe it's on Amazon, or you can find it on YouTube. Just look up Amityville haunting documentaries, and I think it's called My Amityville Haunting. That's what I think it's called. My Amityville Haunting. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's what it's called. And the brother talks. One of the brothers I don't know if it's Ronnie's brother or no, Ronnie's brother's dead. So it's got to be one of the Lutz kids. So it's got to be one of the Lutz kids. But
My Encounter with Evil. It's on Netflix.
Is it Netflix?
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah.
There's also.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that. Definitely.
Yeah. There's so many documentaries about this place. Yeah. People trying to disprove it. People trying to prove it. I don't know. If they're saying, if the Lutzes are saying that they were followed, there's been no hauntings there. Everybody needs to give it up.
Yeah. I mean,
it left. If there was something there, it's gone.
Yeah. If the place was actually haunted, it would still be happening today. I don't know if anybody still lives in the house. The last I saw it was up on market for a good chunk of time.
Everybody who has lived there since the Lutzes has said nothing has happened. And the Lutzes said they had stuff continuing when they left.
Yeah. So
to me, that says it. That says it all. It says it all.
It's an attachment issue. It's not.
If there was not a money grab, if there's not a money grab for the books and the movies, and they left for real things, real purposes, it followed them. If you believe there was a haunting, and they're saying they had stuff go on, and everybody else who's lived there since they left has said nothing's gone on, my mind tells me it followed them. Yeah. It attached itself to them, whatever the hell it was. Everybody says demon. Who knows? Nobody really knows. If the church is involved, guess what they're going to say? It's a demon. Yeah. It could be a spirit, a human spirit, but some people, it's a demon. We don't know. We have no idea. We weren't there.
Yeah, like you're saying, it says right here, subsequent owners of the house have not reported experienced any similar paranormal events. So that tells you straight off the bat, it's not a haunting. It's an attachment.
Yeah.
So there's that. But people are also saying that the Lutz family is just seeking royalties and stuff.
Yeah,
They,
I think they're dead too. The husband, I know the wife died. I think maybe cancer, maybe because they split up after too. And they left. I don't know how long after they left. They actually divorced,
Wow.
yeah,
and it could be because of what was continuing to happen.
That's what I was. Yeah.
they
Yeah,
divorced in the late 1980s. They remained on good terms. Kathleen Lutz died August 17th, 2004,
yeah,
of emphysema,
yeah.
and George Lutz died May 8th, 2006, of heart disease.
And they both took the story to their grave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They took that story to their grave. Um, they moved in after that event.
yeah.
Um, so it definitely could have been real. You
Yeah,
move
it,
in right after that event. You said you didn't know, but who knows?
it doesn't even look like
But
a clean house.
you moved in. You moved. Yeah, they changed the windows.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They
Actually,
changed and they changed the address. The address is not the same anymore.
Look at
it's
that.
not.
That doesn't even. Yeah. Did
Yeah,
yeah. They had they changed like a number on it or something. Didn't they like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
yeah.
The people who lived there and the town were so tired of people just showing. And I did hear they do. Why is my dog freaking out? Talking
Oh,
about crazy stuff. And my dog's freaking out right now out there. But
someone knocking at the
yeah,
door.
I heard. Yeah, right. Don't open it, dude. Good thing I haven't taught him that.
Yeah.
Don't grab the doorknob.
Don't grab it.
From what I'm reading online, it's such a divided topic. The same
Yes,
thing with most
very
haunted
divided.
places. It's like
Very
some people
divided.
believe that it's still haunted. Other people are like, no, it's complete and utter bullshit. It never happened.
Yeah.
They were just making stories up for fame. And
I tend to believe the people who have lived there.
yeah,
I think the Lutzes. So the Lutzes did say everything that was in the book. Was it Jay Anson wrote the book? I have it somewhere here, but everything there's stuff in the book that the Lutzes say did not happen. They said that did not happen. So I'm my meter kind of goes towards them because
yeah.
they are saying, "Hey, this did not happen. This is what happened."
Some people say that
They left everything. They left all their belongings there. They left and they said, "Hey, there's still stuff happening to us." And then the people who lived there afterwards, everybody that lived there afterwards, said, "There's nothing here." I think there may have been something there because of that murder, those murders.
I just
It
found
left
something.
a stain, and then they came in,
I,
and it attached themselves. It attached itself to them, and then they left. I think to me, I think that's what actually happened. That place, you can go investigate all you want. You ain't getting shit.
I think I,
That's what I think.
I found something. So this is on Reddit. Just give or take. Everything on Reddit is of hearsay. Don't take it to heart.
Oh yeah.
This is a comment from a year ago saying apparently that the Lutzes were actually into the occult and other things.
That was before Reddit. They came out. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a mini series on MGM about it, and the son goes into some pretty interesting conversations and things to reveal about the Lutz family. So
that story came out a long time ago. That topic actually came up. There's no proof, but that did come up. There's never been any proof they were into anything.
But the whole thing is like,
Could they have been? Absolutely, because I mean you're doing seances and shit there.
I mean,
But
this is the 70s and the 80s. If you did that kind of shit, people look at you differently.
Yeah, people were doing that back in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's
yeah. People were doing it in the 20s and 30s, so it's like there's still no evidence.
But it kind of
saying they were into it. There's still no evidence saying they were into it.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing too, man. Like it's like
that's somebody saying it. There's no evidence. That's somebody saying
people
it.
like to twist stories.
Yes.
Things, you know, you never know what's true and what's not unless you're there.
True.
And that's why we're called investigators.
That's exactly it, buddy.
Not hunters. We're investigators because you have to look at everything and actually figure it out. Yeah.
If that did come out as true, it would explain the attachment issue. But again, it's all hearsay. So
it could, but you don't have to be. There's a lot of people who are not doing that or into that. They get stuff attached to them.
Probably cursed.
So in my mind, it really doesn't matter what you're doing, because there's how many people on this planet who do it and don't deal with it.
Yeah.
There are 7 billion people on Earth, so
Like,
I don't want to do
there's
that.
a lot of people who do it, and if you've been doing it, then you probably have experience, right? Like anything else.
Yeah.
I do not attach myself to the, well, they were doing this. That came out back then, and there is no proof
It's just theory.
whatsoever. It's just somebody saying it, and who said it? Somebody who tried to debunk it the first place.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
And some of those people have been what?
wrong.
Debunked themselves.
Yeah.
Debunked themselves.
It's
So
like,
this story is crazy because we
yeah.
don't know what actually happened.
Yeah, it's like let's if we're gonna go off based on that, what about John Wayne Gacy's house? Is that haunted too? That makes you think. It makes you think, bro.
Yeah. There's places where nobody's done anything, and for some reason, shit happens.
Yeah.
Like we do not, as humans, have a grip on any of this.
No.
We just try to figure it out, but there's people who think they know, and they say stuff, and that's gospel. And every situation is different because people are not a monolith. We all don't think or do the same things.
Yeah.
And in my mind, if it's a human spirit, guess what? They're probably not monoliths either. And you know, we don't know, and that's what's great about this stuff is we have no idea.
Everything is up to interpretation. That's what I love about it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the hauntings as well, man, that we hear about and started to hear about, you know, it originates from the land itself, not from the building.
Yep.
Not
Exactly.
Yeah.
The native part of that story is a big thing too, where they try to use the native stuff, which they found out some of the stories were made up. But we do know that was native land. I mean, this whole country was native land. I mean, I don't care what anybody says.
It was.
Hey,
Yeah.
there was natives here. You're probably right because they were here, and then you know, they got sold some blankets, but we're given some blankets, but or taking down a trail of tears. But yeah, that part of it, yeah, absolutely. I'm on it because I'm sure that happened. But is that part of it? Who knows? It doesn't mean they were right there.
Yeah,
you know,
when you kill people, the blood seeps into the land. The land just stinks of iron.
Yeah. This planet's been around millions of years before we got here. So who knows what the hell?
Exactly.
None of us know. But that's why we investigate. And then we have to put up with all the crap that's said and, you know, speculations, lies, and all that, and try to figure it out.
Swimming through an endless bath of misinformation and
yeah. Somebody needs to make a buck on a book. You know, I can write a book and try to make a buck about that place and re-say everything that's been said about it. And oh my God, I've never heard this before. Have you heard it in the 70s?
Nowadays, the same old regurgitated shit from back then. It's like everything you read has something in common. They'll all have the same phrase or the same word, and it's like you had to tell me you didn't do your research without telling me you didn't do your research. Have you been there, or are you just going based off some shit you read in a different article, but you retype it in a different way to make like you look like you know what you're talking about?
And I can almost guarantee a lot of this stuff came from tabloids and people picked it up. And
that's the thing. It's like, if you take it to a tabloid, it automatically gets thrown out because tabloids are nothing but bullshit.
But the general public, that's where they get it from. Somebody runs But you got to think though, we are, we're in this field. We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
We're a very small percentage of this population.
Yeah.
So people hear stuff, and if somebody says, "I have a doctorate or PhD in something," the first thing you're going to do is believe them, and it could be false, but you're going to believe them.
That's right.
And people in general, the general public
Yeah.
is going to think this, and if it has anything to do with religion, heaven, hell, you're going to have a piece of this population.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
No matter what we think and what we know, it does not matter,
It's like
and
the
it's
term.
never going to matter to those people. So we have to work around it,
It's like the
but that's
term.
why we go do this stuff.
Yeah.
Like the term demonologist. Like, did you study? Because the only people I know who can be demonologists are people who are ordained by the Catholic Church themselves. Like Ed Warren, for example, he was a self-proclaimed demonologist, but he was never
Yes.
ordained by the Catholic Church.
So actually, Ed Warren has always said
Yeah.
he wasn't able to do exorcism or anything like that. Yes, he was this self-proclaimed demonologist. He never did an exorcism. They work with the church.
Yep.
So he always, till the day he died, said that he worked with the church and he would not do stuff. Like when the movie had him, I think it was the third movie that had him. The priest got knocked down and he was that. No, never happened. And if he was still here, we'd tell you it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I on that side of it, Ed never ever went too far on that.
Yeah.
Never went too far on that. He always said what it was, what he was. So, but that's the thing. You have people come online,
yeah.
and he said this. He said, no, he didn't. He absolutely did not. He did not. He has always said, and it's on video, it's on recording. He has always said different.
All right. I got a topic for you guys. Okay. Bear with me now on this one, so you might know what I'm talking about. Haunted objects and who they came from. The history. Like, what do you guys think about that? Because
I believe there's haunted objects. I believe the Dybbuk box is a big one with me.
Yeah, but just
you can
recently,
buy it. You can buy it on eBay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your first freaking
clue.
That should be your first sign of okay. I need to pay attention, and people still do it. And then okay, it's now people are like, I can make money off of this, like anything else.
Yeah.
I can make money off of this, and somebody please explain to me all of a sudden how many Dybbuk boxes are out there in America. In America, is there any English word or American word for Dybbuk? No. But all of a sudden on eBay, we're all selling it or creating it, creating the Dybbuk box that came from another culture who knows what they're doing, and then they're selling it and people are falling for it and buying it. Are there real Dybbuk boxes out there? I believe so. I believe so.
But you won't find them in America.
But
unless they find them in Europe.
There will be one in Zach.
They sell them in America all the time. People buy them in America all the time. It's called eBay.
Yeah, I'm on eBay right now. It's there's 98 results for Dybbuk box.
Yeah,
but it's like,
and I would say 98. I would say 98 of them are false. Like I do not fall into that trap that people fall into. And now here's the thing about the human mind too. If you really, really believe it, could you make that object emanate something?
I mean, I guess, but probably not.
I think so. In your mind. In your mind.
Yeah.
Manifest it right there.
You're gonna manifest
Yeah.
it, man, for sure.
What I'm
Yeah,
trying
you're
to
gonna
get-
manifest something,
Yeah.
what I was trying to get
Is
at
it-
is like,
but we've seen too much. We've seen too much on TV and on YouTube. And if you actually believe all that shit is real,
yeah,
I got something to sell you. I got something to sell you. It's like, come on. It's like, come on, man. Like, really?
If we're
Are you
talking
the
about-
old lady on the phone who's buying shit from
Yeah.
Pakistan?
Oh god.
Like, really? Like, come on.
like that?
What are you doing? You buying something on the phone?
Yeah. What I'm trying to get at is
He's ordering a Dybbuk box.
He's ordering a Dybbuk box. I'm like,
recent.
And you know what else is funny to me when they show them online and they open the goddamn thing up and you look at what's inside.
I won't name names.
I found this in the ground. It's completely immaculate.
It's not dirty.
I bought this.
It's like, are we really falling for this shit? Are we really? And then I see people who say they're investigators and all this shit falling for it. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Just look at what's on your screen.
No, like recently in the news, Zach Bagans just recently acquired Saddam Hussein's sweater.
What?
Sure he did. Sure he did.
No,
Sure he did.
It is certified. It is real.
I've read the story. Sure he did.
Sure he did.
Yeah.
But
That's all I'm going to say about it.
it's like not
I've read
even
the story
a-
months ago. The actual story came out months ago.
Yeah.
Sure he did.
What I'm trying to say
Sure
is,
he did. Sure he did. Yeah.
like,
Just
some
like
of
he's
the
bought a
stuff
lot of other shit. And it was real.
some of the things in his museum just seem a little fucky. Like buying Dr. Kevorkian's van. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a slap in the face to people who had people who.
Well, how about the serial murderer that he has in there, who said he killed how many women? He has his remains.
Was that?
Like, there's a lot of shit he has in there. Yes, he has it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit he has in there. He says stuff, and no. Zach Baggins is an entertainer. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
I will give him that. But he's sloppy as hell. He's sloppy as hell.
Like the Demon House episode, that special where he said that's where he picked up that thing that fucked with his eyes. It's like
Sure he did. Sure he did.
Thank you. Let me get through this. It's like after all that shit happened, he ended up buying the house and then having it demolished. Like, what are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
it just feels like
There's a lot of stuff he's done over the years. Even his, I've seen people say, "Oh, I used to like him." You know, his first episode, that was the one that got me. I mean, we all saw it, the brick going across, and everybody's like, "Wow, that's crazy," because we never saw that before. And then they have another team go there years later, which is just a few years before now. And the lady that's there says that did not happen.
Really?
And they were talking about stuff they didn't. I don't even think they brought up their name. And the lady was like, "Oh, you're talking about the brick incident? Didn't happen." Like, so
people are
I don't want to bash this team on here. They're successful. They've done a lot of stuff. Do I think they're good for the community? Absolutely not for the real community. But to get people interested, absolutely, because But I mean, come on, man! You get possessed every goddamn show. Really? It's a show.
In the
It's a show.
paranormal Reddits, because from what people are saying, Zach Bagans refuses to leave the West Coast. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
he won't get on. He won't get on a plane. But his new season that comes out, he's going to places that are far away.
He's back on the road now.
Yeah,
he's driving. Sure he is.
When Zach Bagans opened a fucking Dybbuk box in his fucking museum, Post Malone had like a bunch of shitty luck. I'm like,
I don't buy it. I don't
I
buy
don't
it at
think
all.
it's bad luck. I just think it's all
Dude, on
just
one of his lives, I remember when I used to watch, remember when everybody would do the lives, Ghost Hunters would do them, Ghost Adventures would do them. On one of his lives, he starts talking to the guy. And I think this may have been the first time he was busted. He's talking about it to the guy about something, and the guy looks at him because the guy has no idea what the hell he's talking about, first of all. And the guy goes, "Is this where I'm supposed to say this?" And Zach fucking
What?
takes off. He takes off. And it's like, oh, we have it live on film. And how many people recorded it and then put it on the internet?
Uh,
Like, he's a fraud. Like, and people still believe it. But you have a lot of people who've never, he's been around for 20 some damn seasons. You're not going to
yeah,
see everything. You know, but I've been around longer than his show's been around. So I see it. I saw it. And it's like, the dude's a fraud, man. He's an entertainer. He's awesome at what he does. And then he has the shows, the different shows he has besides, because Ghost Adventure is supposed to go away because he had all these other shows that never hung around. They didn't hang around for more than a couple seasons. And then the ones he wasn't supposed to be on, all of a sudden he'd be calling in from somewhere and take over the show.
yeah, yeah.
And now they're back, and they're actually. I think this is from him. I think this is actually this isn't like a money thing. I think he actually feels for Aaron because he does. I'm sure Aaron gave permission. He talks about what happened with him, his situation, and I think he's being very real about it.
Yeah.
Because that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And I think Zach is being real about it. So I hope nobody's like, oh, he's being. No, I don't think that's one of those. I think that's, hey, man, one of my team members that I beat up on all the time and I treat like shit since the beginning. I actually feel some feelings for what happened to him.
And then the whole thing is like, you guys went from having 3 dudes, 3 fucking people for investigators. Now you have a whole fucking crew. Like, what happened? What happened to the OG Ghost Adventures? No, we're not followed by any big camera crews. It was just
One left. Decided to do a show on the same channel, like some other folks.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he hears that somebody's trying to sabotage, and he gets kicked off the program, off the channel. And he has something. He has something online now. He does.
Yeah.
He's not the only one, and I've always said it. And I don't care if he blocks me because apparently, if you have anything to say about him, he blocks you. And I'm gonna say it because I'm not on any of his pages anyway, so he can't block me. But yeah, dude, you suck. You're a shitty person. You're a shitty person to the people who work with you. And a lot of people have said it who work with you. You're a shitty person. And that's the main reason I don't watch. Because you're a shitty person to the people who helped you make this what it is. And then if they leave because you're being a shitty person, you try to destroy them. You try to destroy. We're not going to have a show unless you get them off of this channel. They're okay. They're off the channel because you're my money cow. You're my cash cow. So
what I think was shitty.
I don't respect that. I don't respect shitty people in the paranormal community. I don't at all.
Do you guys?
I know a few of them. I don't respect them.
Do you guys remember the Constantinos from the early episodes?
The what?
The Constantinos. They were investigators along with Ghost Adventures. They were on a couple episodes, and then the husband ended up killing the wife and then himself in a murder-suicide some years back.
Yeah.
And then they went back to the Wash Show Club. Supposedly got them on EVP. I feel like that's disrespectful. Like, as fuck.
I remember that. They had the episode where they went back and they talked about it, and they actually talked about it. And yeah, a little effed up, I think, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's entertainment to me.
Yeah.
There's some out there that are real, and they're still entertaining. There's some out there real, maybe not so entertaining, but that's our life.
Yeah.
We're not entertained all the time.
No.
And if you think something's happening every second, and then some of these investigators, they're probably at a place for like a week, and you're watching an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, you break down what's good to capture because it's a whole.
Yeah.
Like, everybody here fucking knows. Like sometimes it's just waiting and listening.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, man.
Especially you two guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you could be there and not have nothing happen.
Anything.
And it could be people. Yeah. It could be 100 people who went before you and shit happened. And it could be real shit. And then you get there and you're like, well, damn.
Yeah, it is a little frustrating sometimes.
yeah, it's not going to happen all the time, and you hear people say it all the time. Like, yeah, I've been to a place multiple times, and sometimes it's like, what is going on? And then the next time it's like, well, damn. Nothing happened. It's not up to us. It's up to them. But when you have my thing about Zach is he's possessed every show.
And
like, come on, dude.
What people don't understand, they want to say they have strong wills, but if you're constantly getting possessed, that just means you have such a weak fucking mind. It's not even funny.
But if he's getting possessed every time, why is no issues happening with him?
TV.
I mean, I am not the strongest grade of weed on the shelf in the dispensary, but I think I'm smart enough to understand that if you're being possessed every show for 21 seasons, just about every show, I'm going to give him that. Not every show, just about a majority of them. But you have nothing going on when nothing's happening and you don't have the show, and people believe this. Like I said, I could sell you some shit. I can sell you some shit because, goddamn, I'm not the smartest, but damn, really? Are we dead? No, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to call people that. No. Just like I wouldn't let a kid with black eyes in my door. No.
No, thank you. No,
but all right. We can. We're gonna have to do this again because we can talk about this stuff and different stuff for a long time. We're already gone an hour 17 minutes, but hopefully we can get Larry in here and we can get Brian, right?
Yeah, Brian.
Get them in here because I'd like to make this a thing where we're not just interviewing people. We actually talk. We talk.
Yeah,
we talk some real talk, and some people are, shooting the shit. People aren't going to like it. Some people are. I don't care. We're just going to do it. But I will say this, and people are watching. I want to talk about paranormal equipment.
Yep.
Or do we rely on it too much? Is it good for the community? I'll say right now, I say yes and no. Because sometimes it helps enhance. Sometimes no. And sometimes, like I will say for the YouTubers out there, the big ones that do it, it does help move the show along. Because you hear stuff and it may not be real. They may be interpreting it wrong or just getting random stuff. But when you're watching something, it keeps you watching it instead of going, oh, God, I'm bored. I'm just going to, I'd rather be there than listen to this crap, So I do. And I'm going to shameless plug. I did, as you both know, I made.
Oh, yeah, look at that thing.
Can I get, there we go. I think I got it right. Yeah. I made this little job here. And for anybody who wants to make it, it's very, very easy. It really took me 10 minutes. I heard it takes like 10 minutes. It's really, really easy. It's a portal. I used a mini honeytone. I'm about to make one on on my Ibanez amp, and I'm gonna go get a medium amp. I just ordered everything for the big amp. So I got a third order to make. I built this one under $200. Already had the big amp, so everything came out to just over $100 today when I purchased it. So it'll be here in a few days. I just got to go to a little store and find a medium-sized amp. So I'm gonna have three different ones. But that big one, if you're in a large spot, I think you'll hear that thing anywhere. That Ibanez amp is loud. It's
Yeah,
loud.
man. It's got to be a big
yeah. But I mean, even the honeytones aren't. I mean, dude, the volume's not bad at all. They're loud. These little suckers put out some energy. So, but I wanted to do it, and then yeah, I just did it. It was right after we went to the train station. Came home, and I was like, because I think Rich, you got one, right?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I want to build my own, and it was super easy. And if you go online or you buy one online, if you buy one for 200, I mean, hey man, you're lucky. These things go up to like 1,500. I heard some of them.
You don't want to know what I paid for mine.
Yeah.
Well, it's less than that, but more than what you built it for. So.
Yeah, and I mean, you can get these pedals. Just to be honest, these pedals are not very expensive pedals.
Yeah.
The reverb. Let me see if I can show this. This is blue. It's a blue reverb. I gotta get in that one.
There you go.
So that's like 30 some bucks.
That's not bad.
So that's the most expensive item I have on here. Is that? Yeah, the mini honeytone actually costs less than this. By a few dollars. This one here is like 20 something, and that's your noise gate.
Yeah.
You need that. And the reverb is so we can slow it down and make it echo so you can understand what's being said through it.
Makes it so much easier for us as investigators to hear.
Yeah. And then you have your different wires to hook everything up together, which is the most expensive thing you're going to buy is your spirit box. And that spirit box goes into a noise gate, and the noise gate goes into your reverb, and then that goes into the speaker. You just made a portal. And of course you got to get the power cords that go into reverb in your noise gate, and you plug that in, and yeah, that's it. Because the honeytone comes with it. You can put batteries in it. So yeah, quick build, and I got two more to make. And so on the 17th, I don't want to tell everybody what's going on, but on the 17th, I will have at least this one out there.
Yeah.
And I may bring the big one. I don't really know how big this place is. I've seen some videos, but
so I have no idea where we're going. I mean, Larry kind of told me. Have you nailed down the details yet, or?
Yeah. So I've seen the video. They have a video on their page on YouTube.
Okay.
And what I saw, they talked to the owner, and then they were in one room. It was the only room I saw, so I don't know if they did anything else inside. But I saw pictures of the place. It looks pretty neat. So another reason I want to get Larry on here before we go. So I'd like to do another episode like this where we just shoot the shit, and maybe whatever Larry wants to talk about. But this is his thing, so I'm not gonna talk about it.
Absolutely.
But I when he invited people and all that, I was like, that's what got my head. I'm like, hey, I want to do something where, we're all out here together, and we're doing our own separate thing or whatever. But let's get on and talk, and I'd like to keep this going. So if you're watching this, please let us know if you'd like to see more like this and get more folks on from our area. and then maybe we can expand and have other people on other teams, and you know, start in the Florida area, and then just spread it out. You know, I'm all about meeting other people in the community and doing,
I'm gonna have to
let's all
hop
work
on
together. We get more
Larry
shit done when we work together.
Yeah.
sometimes, sometimes we're all a mess at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
It's fun. It's fun.
I gotta get in on all this fun.
It's fun. I'm a mess 24 hours a day. So,
You know,
but hey, yeah, this has been great, man. We talked about some cool shit, and I hope people like it. And
Yeah, man.
I think we should keep it going. Every once in a while, let's get back on here. We get some those other guys on here, and Larry's a wealth of knowledge. Jeez, man.
you betcha.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, he is.
yeah. And then I want to get somebody from Key West we had on here before. I got to make sure he can come on. If he doesn't, I have access to somebody he knows, but I'm not going to put that out there why we may not have access to him. But that's his business. But I'm going to talk to him soon. But if he still isn't able to come on, then we'll have he gave me. I've already talked to the person a little bit, just a little bit, and have them come on because he works with him. And but yeah, hopefully we can get him back out here because the community needs him, especially down there in Key West because he's the guy.
He's
But
him.
he's got to take care of what he's got to take care of. So, and prayers out. So, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, we've been see time flies when you're having fun. This is our longest episode yet, Cordell.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time right now. I'm pretty sure this is our longest episode.
I
It
can
didn't
sit
feel
here
like
and
it.
talk. I can sit here and talk for hours. What you
Yeah.
got, man?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We can go and go and go, but I know my wife's gonna kill me because I've slowly been heating the food up since I've been on here, so I should probably get out there. But
Yeah.
and I gotta go to work tomorrow and deal with
Yeah.
the old medical thing, and
Mm.
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised I don't bring anything home because it's you want I see dead people all the time.
Oh, man.
literally. So but yeah, man, this has been fun, been great. Rich, thanks for doing this with us.
Yeah, no
Good
worries, man.
seeing you again, Rich.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anytime, and I'll be reaching out again. Get everybody on here, and maybe we can make this a thing. Once a month, twice a month. I don't know what it's going to be, but
And then
whatever pops in my head or anything pops in. Hey, if you guys have anything, just hit me up. Be like, hey, we want to do this. Roger that. If I'm off, I'll send the link out and we can do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. I talk paranormal. I'm down to talk paranormal anytime. So let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks. That's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Cordell.
Spooky.
Stay spooky. Yeah, stay spooky. Stay spooky. Stay spooky. Stay spooky. All right, bros.
And watch out for those black-eyed children.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. Don't open the damn door. Don't open the door. I don't care. They're funny looking. They ain't right. All right. Later.
All right. Peace.